Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Chachere, and as always, I'm joined by
Rob Mendiola.
Hey, Rob. Seemed like we've done this recently before.
It does, and I'm starting to get scratchy, man. I don't know what's going on with this. I need some juicy juice.
Do 12 shows in one day, back to back. No.
That's better.
Yeah. No, we got
We're busy on Monday.
Monday's a busy day for podcasting, man.
Podcasting. You didn't pop it, man.
Podcasting.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
So, yeah. We got a
Well, we just wrapped up with Doug Westcott,
yeah, and
Looper.
yeah, and we got by force we got him to stay and just
Hang.
and chit chat, talk a little nonsense. Doug?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right.
Would you say you're a talking type person or not?
Depends on who I'm around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who I'm around.
Yeah.
See, like Spring said, I like to talk to Doug just to hear Doug talk. Well, there's another Doug here, so
Well, I've seen you at shows before, and sometimes you're talking, and sometimes you just like kind of checking
Yeah.
stuff out. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah, kind of doing my own
I
thing.
kind of
yeah.
dig that because I'm the same way. You know.
Yeah,
And-
I'm
and-
very observant, and
Yeah.
so I guess I talk more when I've already observed everything in the room.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
how much can you see from the BFE stage when the light's on? As far as out, I'm trying to think.
Oh,
You can see the whole
everything.
thing. Yeah, you can see the whole thing all the way to the back.
Because you know what
door.
I'm talking about. Some shows you cannot.
Yeah,
they,
the lights are in your
They don't
eyes.
really
Yeah.
have lights too far forward in your face, so you can really see out pretty well.
Yeah, I've never noticed that. And of course, I've never been on stage when the show's
You,
going
sh-
on.
you should just come up there, man.
Just randomly wander
Just
on.
come
You got
up
like
there.
5
Hey.
seconds. 5
Yeah.
seconds before security can tackle you. So
Give me that microphone. Yeah, just
just
yeah.
make sure somebody films it.
Whenever you want to be my guitar tech, you know, that's a good way for you to come up there and just hang out.
I think I was your water tech once,
You probably were.
and your chair tech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty needy nowadays,
you do your job
but
elsewhere.
I'm still doing it.
That's right. You do your job
I
elsewhere.
can't get rid of me.
No. Not with your technical abilities, man.
I know. I got to push buttons, man.
If something would happen to you, we would put you like linen in a glass case.
So that's why Doug has me on this, so I can do all the tweaking on the mixer and stuff. So
Yeah.
I got skills.
I picked the perfect person to do this with me. You know?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Well, Doug, it's all for Doug, but yeah, Rob is the. It doesn't get done without Rob. He makes everything smooth.
I appreciate that, man.
And then when I
Of course he's smooth. Look at the do-rag.
I know.
Yeah.
Then I word something perfectly as far as free flowing on a description of the podcast. Then Rob just cuts it down. I don't know if it's him or Spring that's saying dip, dip, dip. And then I'm like, I didn't put that in my description of the damn podcast. Who edited me?
Oh, that's going to be your producer.
That's our producer.
Yeah,
damn
I don't
it.
touch any of that stuff.
Damn it. So much work goes into that.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. Not really much at
A
all.
lot of cooks in the kitchen.
That's all right. Once we're done with it here on this end, I'm just pretty much let it fly. Just as long as it gets online, that I don't have to call somebody at 9:00 in the next morning and say, "Hey, hey,
Yeah, we've done that before.
I know you got 50,000 graphs in front of you right now, but put that all down."
Yep.
Can't do that to you, man. No, we just. This
So
is
what you want to talk about today, man?
nonsense.
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 We are the Nonsense Chronicles.
That's right. We have no general topic in this. Well, we have nothing to hold us back, but we do a lot of music. But every once in a while, we just
We do have some things going on right now, like kind of local. We got the Godfather Fest. That's for Frankie Aludo for his benefit.
for the Houston music.
We're gonna
scene,
have 3-day show. Godfather Part 1, Part 2, and 3.
I love the way that's done, and I love the way I don't even know if I can say it yet. I love the way that things are being designed and will be put out that day.
Yeah, well, I believe the Nonsense Chronicles is sponsoring some shirts, and those are in process.
We're sponsoring some quietly. We didn't want anybody to know it's us.
So wait, that wasn't supposed to be.
But it's okay.
I can cut that, man. I can cut that.
No, we just leave it in because We're just talking nonsense. See, it's all much like a design of somebody would draw, for instance, on a shirt. It's always good to be the guy with
Well, I wouldn't
the
give
puppet
away
mask.
design. I'm
No,
just giving away some.
it's always
some
good
details.
to be. Well, for me, I always like to be the guy that's dangling the puppet, but you never see me. Yeah. That's why this is not a video podcast. Well, yeah, there's a lot of hand signals going on between people right now.
I told the truth in my answers. You mean I should have said some nonsense? Ask me again.
I want the
nonsense.
truth.
Ask me again.
Damn it.
He loves country.
Yeah, no, we
He's going all country.
no.
I'm gonna go buy a hat right after this.
There you go.
See? Yeah, man,
Not a Kango.
I like the red dirt part of it. Like I said, I like Whiskey Myers because they have like that Southern rock. It's like I love the Black Crowes because they're a Southern rock band. You can tell, but they have some lighter versions of that, with like a Whiskey Myers, where they can go into a ballad or something. But they have some good
You're from
stuff.
Texas, though, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can't be from Texas and not like country music. You gotta like some of it.
Well, see, I like the old stuff.
I like the stories.
What did your parents listen to when they were growing up?
Johnny Cash.
Brian Adams.
Oh, really? Okay.
Matchbox 20. My dad was a huge
so they were
Matchbox
cool.
20. Yeah. I mean, when I was really young, it was like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin. That's what we would train to. But then it became more like Matchbox 20 and
That's good stuff.
Jimmy Eat World and
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Rob Thomas was a huge influence.
He's very good.
with me. Yeah, he's really
He's
good. His
very good.
writing is good. His singing
Yes.
is good. His performance
All
is
around.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
He's a really good performer and musician. Yep.
Yeah, when people say their parents, and then I'm thinking my parents are. There's obviously an age gap because
Well, your parents, I think, are a little bit older than me, right?
My mom is 70.
Yeah,
And my dad's 63.
so 20.
Okay, well, they're both older than me. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't feel that bad now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Well, that's why I wouldn't have expected them to listen to that, like Matchbox 20, but
Yeah.
because that's not that old.
yeah, I'm
No,
surprised.
really.
Actually, I'm quite surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah, my dad was a huge fan of them. of
yeah.
him.
When they hit, yeah,
That's good, man.
'Cause that they came around like 90s, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know exactly.
Somewhere
but
around then, I think so. They've been around a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's when we talk about just anything, there's I was gaffing at some things, something I saw online today, and as a YouTuber, got it. He's trying to get his socials up, his influencer skills up. Well, he's accused. It's a guy from Texas. He's accused of filming himself going on a motorcycle on Interstate 25 in Colorado, 150 miles per hour. And of course, he got out of the state apparently, but he posted the videos, and now the
Now they're looking for him.
police would like to talk to him a little bit,
Yeah, of
maybe.
course.
Between,
That's called self-incrimination.
yeah, that is really
Real smart.
Yeah, really not too thinking about that right now. Yeah, between Colorado Springs and Denver, he was hitting 150 miles per hour.
So when you go to Denver, don't do 150.
No,
And put it on the internet.
Well, this is another thing too, and I don't like when motorcycles do this. And this guy was doing this. He was squeezing between gaps at that speed between vehicles. In other words, you're not lane, buddy. If I slide over or something because I'm in that lane, you get hit. And the bad thing is I would feel bad about it because somebody's dead. But you know what? That's not on me, man. That's on you.
Doug, are you reading the news right now?
I'm not, but this story had been stuck with me all day today. So
Supposed to be doing a podcast, man.
well, every once in a while there's content. The
Doug
news
he got distracted.
Yeah, you destroyed my
Let's
story.
do this because I know you're running. You're gonna run out of time. Your internal clock's gonna kick in, and you're gonna be gone.
I need to get out of here.
He's been doing a lot of kickboxing
Oh, really?
lately. Yeah. Where do you go for that, Doug?
I go
You want to
to
shout out to your gym?
it's junkyard
Junkyard Dog.
fight and fitness.
Junkyard
Fight and fitness.
Junkyard Fight and Fitness.
Arts.
And
Well, junkyard fight arts. In other words, they have a lot of people there that wrestle. There's actually people that do kickbox there.
like real kickboxing, or
Yeah,
like
like real kickboxing. Like there's guys that
exercise kickboxing.
there's guys that are training to fight. Like there's There's something going on in Victoria, something this spring, and
Like a tournament.
Yeah, some guy.
Okay.
Well, some guy is training for him versus some other guy. There's a guy named RJ at our gym that's fighting.
It's like a sparring session.
No,
It's a full out.
yeah, it's a full out match.
Okay,
but
match.
yeah,
Matchup.
but he trains over there, and I had a routine that I was doing at home, and that's fine. But I've always found it if you want to. If you really want to make gains, you can, or losses. I'm trying to lose weight. You want to mix it up. You don't want to just your body will just get. Oh, it's the same old thing.
Doug Westcott knows a lot about this.
I was in martial arts from the age of 4 till I was 30.
That's what I heard, man. I heard some story where did you master the crane technique?
No, we didn't do that.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet either.
And the crane technique is very hard, actually.
But no, I fought all over the country and was second in the nation in my weight category for 8 years.
Wow.
Nice. Well, that's what I'm. The training. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing. And see, I had a physical on November 4th. It was fine and dandy. I mean, hey, you lose some weight, but I mean, all my numbers were good. That night, I went to bed and felt like a chest burster from Alien was trying to get through my stomach. I had 2 gallstones. So I had to see a gastrologist about 2 weeks later. Everything settled down, and she looks at the scans and all that. Most people, as somebody in this room, will look at me and tell me, you have to have the surgery. And when I went to the doctor said, because he knew I was working out, but I wasn't really losing any weight. And he said, I had just started kickboxing. And he said, you get the Ozempic shot, which is great. I mean, in fact, the gastro doctor, she said, yeah, it's a great idea. Bad thing is, I mean, a lot of insurances won't pay for it, which you think it's kind of odd because weight is one of the biggest killers. It affects our heart, all our other organs, and
all those ailments cost insurance companies money.
You're damn right, yeah, you're damn right it does. But anyhow, they have compound. You can go to a compound pharmacy, and they can do the same damn thing, and it'll cost you less. But the only thing was the gastrologist told me. Yeah, I said, well, look, I'm gonna be giving my be giving myself a shot. It's kind of shellfish, but I said, well, that could, she goes, it's a possibility. It could trigger that gallbladder. See, I'm trying not to have the surgery at all. So the best thing I could do is lose it on my own. So, you know what? Watch me. So I've lost 38 pounds since, November 5th.
That's crazy,
nice,
man.
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just been, but it's just eating a lot of chicken breasts, a lot of salmon.
Drinking them shakes, huh?
Drinking them shakes, Onyx.
Is it Owen?
Owen?
Owen.
Okay, if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's a choice of either 20 grams of protein or 32.
Yeah.
And,
what are you doing? A 32 or 20?
I mix and match.
Yeah.
Kind of like depending on what I need during that day.
Yeah.
But
38 pounds, man. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a good
That's really damn good.
Now, it's funny. I went to a cancer anniversary. A friend of ours, 10 years she's been cancer-free. And about 4 of the women there and about 3 or 4 of the guys all have had the shots. So we saw each other for the first time in a while. And I was like, wait a minute. And I have no problem there. I would have gladly done that. But
I would too.
But
Nowadays,
the choice, because they're getting to eat all kind of stuff. But I'm like, look, I don't want to have that surgery. I'm trying not to have it, even though I don't like going under. Anything else, I don't mind. Hey, cut me with the knife right now. We did when they did my. In fact, I walked into my doctor's office the other day because I wanted to do like a 3-month. Let me go get checked. My kid saw me and he said, "Dad, are you sick?" I'm not sick.
You smoking crack?
I'm just losing weight. I'm not doing meth or anything like that. No. But anyhow, so they're going to draw blood. Well, I'm like, hey, just stick it in my hand because that's where you can get the easiest veins. Is it? It is.
I don't know, man. I think that hurts.
Yeah, that's what people say. It's really hurt, but I don't care.
I remember it hurts.
It's over and it's done. I mean, they've gone to my arm before. We say, wait, it's rolling. I don't want to hear that. if you miss in a hand, you got issues. You need to give up your phlebotomist license and get the hell out. But yeah, so I'm saying let's get in the hand and let's go. So yeah, we did blood work, and man, those numbers are great. But in fact, I take a blood pressure medicine, and I was already edging down, but the weight was high, but my system was great. But yeah, he's now telling me, well, look, you start halving it, man. Because my blood pressure was fantastic. So
Halving what?
the pill.
Oh,
Yeah. So instead of taking a whole pill every day, I take one at night.
oh,
I could take a half. But I told him, I said, hey, let's wait and do. Well, I'll come back in about 3 more months and we'll do another check just to see how that's rolling. But it's just willpower, man. I mean, but what triggered me to do it was actually to have a health scare. Otherwise,
that usually works for a lot of people.
yeah,
Yeah.
that will get you to change your life, And yeah, I mean, the guy sitting next to me, God knows that's true. Yeah.
I haven't learned anything.
Yeah, I know that's a lie.
Yeah.
But no, so that's it. But yeah, the kickboxing. The thing about it is just.
Did y'all do taekwondo?
Yeah,
What
we
was
did.
it?
We did taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just the workouts, man. Are just
And both your parents had y'all had a dojo, your own.
Yeah. My
Space.
dad had one, and my mom and dad both taught at the school for. I think Dad had one for 30 years.
Wow.
Jesus.
And then I had my own for 5 years, and
Wow.
out in Montgomery. And then whenever that went out of business, I went back and started teaching for my dad. I went out of business because I didn't do contracts. I did like my dad did. You pay every month with a check. And since he had been around for 30 years, people always came back. You know,
That system, yeah.
so I had 44 students, and one summer, like 30 of them went on vacation, and so I had to pay, rent out of my own pocket. Like, I wasn't making any money on the school, and I did that for 3 months, and then I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
Tough hustle.
You should have done it in Montgomery when I was there, man. See, I didn't move there until 21 now.
21. No, I was already gone in 21.
Yeah.
Is more like 2016, 2017.
But
Did they do any kind of training outside of the dojo?
What do you mean?
Like personalized training for
I did like you mean like private lessons, or you mean like a
no,
different
like
martial art?
teaching someone outside of the.
Oh yeah, I did private lessons at people's homes
Yeah.
and things like that for a while. But and then I got into jiu-jitsu and was doing jiu-jitsu for about 2 years. But the problem with jiu-jitsu is I dislocated my ring finger while I was rolling with him and wrestling, and I had to cancel a show. And so I'm like, I went up to my instructor and I was like, hey man, I can't mess my fingers up. And he was like, oh, well, this is the wrong place for you. And he showed me his hands. This is a
God.
Brazilian guy, right? So huge knuckles. Like,
Knuckles.
he's got everything that's been broke before. Shout out to Alex, though. He's an awesome coach, and he's amazing. But that right there kind of sealed it. I was like, okay, I can't do this if I want to do music.
You got to pick one, right?
Yeah, one or the other. And I did martial arts the first half of my life. I'd like to do music the second.
Yeah.
That's a good call, man.
Music's a lot safer.
Yeah.
Period.
But I do miss kicking people in the head, though.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a good workout. What I'm going for is to try and get my heart rate up, bring it down. Heart rate up, bring it down. Heart up. And it's
You can come out here and push the lawnmower.
I still owe you some trim work. But, yeah. Do you ever push lawnmower?
No, hell no.
I didn't think you did.
You got 10 acres, man. You don't push them over.
Yeah. But
you'd die.
No, it's I've always I just think it was a damn good workout to do, and it's worked out. But you know what? Also,
I can't believe you lost 38 pounds, man.
Yeah,
that's freaking awesome.
Well, it's part of the.
I wasn't
way.
aware of that.
It's part of the way. I still got more to go, man.
That's cool.
They if I get stagnant, then I'll go and get the damn shot, and then I'll probably have to get a damn. surgery.
A lot of people are like dogging that, but I don't see the problem with it. If it works for you, then what's the problem? Right?
Yeah, see, I'm not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
I just and I find like I'll snack on a cracker or a little bit of popcorn, and but what's also interesting, and we talked about doing altitude, going up in altitude again, and me trying to do some different things. Well, one of the things that you can do also is something I hadn't done in like 40-something years, which I started doing. I can do it twice a week because I paid for it for a month. But I've done it twice so far, is the sauna. That's supposed to help as well because it gets your blood to... Yeah, so we'll see. we'll see. I'm doing all those little things. In fact,
Yeah, but when you have an elevation change that drastic, it's gonna affect your body
no, I know it is. Yeah, I'm just trying to.
because oxygen is just thinner up there.
I'm trying to make it the best I can, and with me anyhow, it's going to be a shoot in and shoot out.
I think just being physically fit, just being more active, it's gonna help you already.
Hell, I was young when it bothered me, so and I was in a lot better shape. Yeah,
air is thinner up there. I mean,
it is.
It's just, it is what it is.
We've been on Gulf Coast sea level for me 57 years. So
it's gonna affect you.
Yes, it is. But I'm trying to.
But you're gonna go prepared now.
Yeah, I'm
You're
going.
gonna have the backpack full of Boost.
Oh, I've got them. I've got them ready.
You got them already?
Backpack full of booze?
Boost.
Boost.
Oh, Boost.
Yeah, it's
Doug has a problem
like
when he goes higher elevation, Colorado area-ish,
Oh, okay.
so like huffing paint cans, but instead of paint, it's
I told him about the
oxygen.
Boost product. It's a pure oxygen in a can.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. The musicians or anybody that travels through there, they're doing that too.
Yeah.
And it's in fact they were telling me that because everybody was saying you could buy it at the stores up there.
Yeah.
And Rob told me, well, you can buy it on Amazon.
You can get it on Amazon.
Ding, ding, ding. Yep, that's exactly what I did. And I got a.
And you can use it even if like you're walking and you feel a little out of breath. You can hit that.
Now what is it? It looks like there's a cap that come off.
No, I think it's you just put it on your mouth probably.
Okay.
I've never used it before, but
I'm gonna have.
I've seen the product advertising for it. Are you doing sign language, baby? What? If you got something to say, just say it.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell. It looks like there's a cup.
Yeah, I think the one the one in the can you just put it on your mouth probably.
Wait, she's saying
Like an inhaler.
she's playing charades. Baby, maybe, don't mean maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the most common one that works just like an inhaler. It just has a different size canister for the amount that you kind of want to carry around.
And you just take a hit.
You just take a hit, It helps,
Yeah, I mean, hell, if it does the trick, it does the trick.
Trust me, I use like the lowest oxygen I need, but just that little bit makes a big difference.
Yeah, like I said, last time I was there, I was in western Kansas around, I can't remember, I think it's Goodrich. It's on the far west end, right before you get into Colorado on 80. Oh, no, not 80, it's 70. And I was fine there. I spent the next night, I went up to Fort Collins, was fine there. Went down to Denver, spent the night. I was fine there. The next day when I was in Colorado Springs is when it hit me. And then I was like, oh, man. I drove down 25. I don't know if I was doing I don't think I was doing quite as fast as that guy on the motorcycle, but I was getting down as quick as I could to Raton, New Mexico, and shooting over Amarillo. But like I said, I'm going to go in, get in, and get out.
Uh-huh.
And there's a couple trips I have to make out west, and but I've always cut 10. I've always taken the southern route, and gone like to Vegas or anything. We'll see this time. It might be a little bit different.
Don't be scared.
No, I mean, I like cutting hours off the trip if I can, and plus there's some beautiful scenery to see, and that's what I really want to see. So but Doug, you just gonna stand there and not say anything? If your name
I'm
is
just
Doug,
taking it all in,
Yeah, I know. We just give you every once in a while. We give you a little pop and just get you to nod your head.
I've always wanted to live somewhere like in mountainous area, but now I think that's just kind of out of my plans.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna work. That's gonna work very well for me.
You might want to get 2 pumps.
Yeah,
no,
I have to crank my air up.
Yeah. That air is thin, man.
Yeah.
It is, and we're just so used to it at sea level, But it is beautiful country, man.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like I said, I think next week I'm gonna try and get up to Tulsa and see some people for work.
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And since I drive, I've already talked to him. It's always dependent on the weather because I told him Cajuns we don't do that well on ice on highways. I've done it before, but man, I prefer not to do it, So, and I don't want to go somewhere and get stranded for 4 or 5 days while it thaws out. So I got to go there. Then I know I have to go to Nashville, and I definitely have to go back to Nashville on the 10th of April for Rick Monroe and the Hitmen are having a vinyl release in downtown Nashville, and I will be there for that. We're going to do a little cooking and a little music. Our friend Rick. And yeah,
All right.
with everything else going on, but that's coming up this summer. We can talk about those music festivals later.
Yeah. We've mentioned them before in a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Some of the other ones.
I got. By the way, I did get for us to do a little bit of vlogging and stuff. I did get I got the new DJI, their Action 3 camera, which I love, and they have microphones on them now. You had that separate mic, but the thing is, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, man. So
I saw the images you sent, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be
it's clip-on stuff, man.
It's a learning curve
nice.
I thought you didn't want anybody to see you.
Well, you can just get a short look.
A short look.
he likes
Yeah.
making little short videos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like Phantom of the Opera, going to have like the dark mask over one half my face. Or like when I have to take pictures of my friends, my dad said, "Why do you do that?" So like, I'll take a picture and you just see me nose up. Yeah, I purposely do it. Yeah, and it drives him nuts. But I'm glad I can get that reaction out of him still. And but no, we do a little bit of that because we promote the podcast a little bit, but we need more. We definitely need some content now. I did some during the holidays, but it's time to get back on that horse. And I'm going to one hell of a Super Bowl party, which I'm sure I'll get some out there too. So
Cool.
but that's it. That's all. That's the end of all this nonsense I got today.
Yep. I don't have very much.
Doug, other Doug.
I mean, I could talk for hours, so
Okay.
but I'm good.
He's good.
Producer, you got any mimics or sign language you want to shoot our way?
She's miming
Yeah,
today.
she's giving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's giving it. Anyhow,
That's my favorite one.
I know. We are the Nonsense Chronicles, and as always, we ask you to please like,
And
subscribe.
all right.
And we're out.
We're out.